Excuse me, ladies. I was told I have some piglets to go check on. Are y'all enjoying sleeping in the barn? It's cold and windy. Let me get through here, girls. Go check on these piglets. Oh, me. Here we come, girl. Welcome back to Chasing Dreams Homestead, y'all. I've been on the road all day long, doing homestead stuff, checking on the meet and greet location and touring farms and hanging out with some other homesteaders. And I came home to this blessing. Our girl Tippy has blessed us with 6 beautiful piglets.
I don't know where the 3 are.
The other 3 on this side nursing, Mama. You want to get up and show them? So we're super duper excited that this piglet watch is finally over. Tippy tricked us. If you followed along with our journey for very long, you know that we thought Tippy was going to have babies sometime between November 15th and December 15th. But she held out. And it wasn't her fault. Her and the boar that we exposed her to apparently didn't decide to get along until later into her visit down at the farm down the road. Stanley, your boar is now proven, brother. So we've already checked their sexes. We've got 3 boys and 3 girls. We're pretty excited. That's awesome. And as soon as these piglets get done eating, I'm going to move them under the heat lamp so that they can be warm. We're glad that she had these piglets now instead of in a couple days when it's getting down to 12 degrees again. It's been really breezy today, and it has dropped in the temperature range, almost 20 degrees today alone. Thankfully, it's still in the 30s, but here soon it's going to be 20 for a high and 12 for a low, and then wind chill factor, I'll probably take it around 0. So it was pretty important to us that she had these piglets before that cold spell hit. Now, one thing, if you followed our journey for very long, you know we will be out here in 2 more days giving these piglets shots, and that is because we don't want these piglets to get pneumonia. It's very important to give newborn kune piglets, and any pig really, iron shots. They thrive better and it helps prevent pneumonia in them. Tippy's going to go over here and make herself a nice little nest, but while she's doing that, I'm going to move these piglets under the heat lamp. Mama Dreams, you want to show everybody? So these heat lamps are the only heat lamps we trust in our barn. These are the Premier One safety heat lamps, and they work really well, and they're extremely safe. I would not advocate for any other kind of heat lamp besides these heat lamps. But we've got the piglets set up in their warming box. They've also got the ability to come in and out from under this board here, so they can get away from mama. They can stay warm, but they can come out to mama to nurse. It keeps the piglets safe. It gives them a safe space so they don't get smushed. That's not as common in the kune as it is in other breeds, but any pig has a potential. Any mama animal, honestly, has the potential of smushing their babies. I mean, you gotta think about it. You had all them babies, you took care of them, you cleaned up the mess from having them, and now you're exhausted. And if you've got bedding like this in your barn stall, unfortunately we were out of shavings, or we'd have put a little bit more shavings down instead of some more hay. It's not hard for a mama animal to mistake a baby with a lump of hay when they're dog tired and they're just gonna lay on it. So that's why we do this. They're under there, they're staying warm, snug as a bug in a rug. And the shivering is pretty common as well. Until they're about 3 weeks old, they have a really hard time regulating their body temperature. So they're going to hang out under there, under that heat lamp. The shivering is just a way that they're going to generate body temperature and stay warm. We really like Tippy. We actually had to make a tough decision because we're on a small footprint between Tippy and Hermione, another sow we had. We had a dreamer in our Facebook group that had gotten a whole bunch of boarlings and had no girl for her boarlings. She asked us if we had a sow that we would let go. So we let Hermione go on up to her farm in northern Indiana, and Hermione's doing well, and her future boyfriend is growing up. So we're excited. We got new piglets on the farm. These are our first piglets for 2023. And we won't have more piglets for quite a while because none of our other girls are really old enough to breed. Dolly may be pregnant, but that's a very small may. And that was because we wanted to have one unregistered litter this year for the Dreamers, because there's a lot of folks that want to try kunies out but are afraid of the registered process. So we decided that we were going to try to have one unregistered litter just to help folks out and let them, you know, get an idea about this awesome breed. Tippy is doing well. Obviously, she's already eating. So that tells me these piglets were probably born first thing this morning after chore time. Tippy's a 2-time mom now, and she was a champ the first go around and seems to be doing awesome this time. So that's a blessing, and we are so grateful for it. But as always, y'all, you see River's watching the babies. Yeah, River's over here. Hey, River girl. River's puppies are in the house, and River's coming to check on Tippy's babies. Show them the nipple. Show them Tippy getting out of that nipple. So, y'all, we are such an advocate for these, because especially if you're going to put your pig in a barn stall like this with a solid floor, you want to mitigate the amount of moisture going to be on the floor, and pigs are notorious for flipping water bowls. So we go with the hog nipple water, and as you just saw, Tippy was drinking away, not flipping a bowl, not making a mess in the stall, so she's not adding moisture to an already windy and cold night, and that's pretty keen on keeping the piglets dry and keeping them warm. You don't want them to get wet. But Tippy's doing good. She's a good girl. We're happy with what she's blessed us with. We're gonna keep our eyes on them. We'll probably check them over in a couple weeks to see if every one of them meets the registry breed standard or not. We never choose until they've been a couple weeks old so that we can really check them over. But it's awesome to come home after a long day and find this surprise. Mama Dreams, you got anything you want to say?
No.
No. Alrighty. Till next time, y'all. Keep dreaming.